high school. Again, that's supertalk.fm/high school. Scroll down till you see the IA helmet. You'll see an option to click and stream online. So crowd continues to build here at Legion Field. North Delta has brought a nice crowd across the way as the Green Wave take the field. They will be followed by the Colonels. And also, while we've got a second, I want to remind you that tomorrow, the Lady Colonels softball team will be in action in the North AAA tournament in Batesville. Lady Colonels are the District 1 number 2 seed. They will be taking on Winston Academy, the number 3 seed from District 2. That one at noon tomorrow in Batesville. The double elimination tournament continues into Monday, and the top 14 advance to the state AAA tournament that will be played next weekend. So we want to wish Coach Patrick Davis and the Lady Colonel softball team the best of luck tomorrow as the Colonels take the field, led by John Abbott Smith carrying the big blue and white Colonel flag. And we're getting set for the opening prayer and national anthem. We will step aside, take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with kickoff. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
This is Selden Van Cleve of Van Cleve Insurance. You may have noticed in the past that all successful athletic teams have a game plan they follow. We at Van Cleve Insurance feel that your insurance is no different. We are a trusted choice independent agent and offer all lines of insurance, which enables you to have all of your coverage in one place. Let us take a look at your insurance and work up a successful game plan for you. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located on Highway 49, Indianola, since 1932.
What is the swing bed unit at South Sunflower County Hospital? That's easy. It's the best place to get better. When you need skilled nursing or rehab after a hospital stay, choose South Sunflower County Hospital close to home. On-site therapy, state-of-the-art technology, and easy access to physicians makes South Sunflower County Hospital a great place to get better. During hospitalization and after, South Sunflower County Hospital in Indianola believes that better medicine begins with big hearts. Remember the big hearts and the swing bed unit that's close to home. South Sunflower County Hospital.
Uh-oh, Olivia. I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper. What are we going to do? Call my pal at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come keep that score. We do your hardwood floor and get a free coat.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Welcome back. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you from Legion Field. We're just a couple of minutes away from kickoff here between the IA Colonels and the North Delta Green Wave. A couple of unbeaten teams at 5-0. Set the clash here in Indianola. Should be a good one. If you're in the area, still plenty of time to come out and check out a great night of MAIS football. We mentioned the rivalry between these two schools. The series has been tight. Tonight's 16th meeting, North Delta leads the series 8-7. Colonels have controlled it of late, going back to 2013. And North Delta, like you mentioned earlier, coming in with a lot of momentum, put up a lot of points thus far this season. They're coming in confident, feel like they've got a shot to knock off the Colonels, who have not lost here at home since 2012. Wow, I really shouldn't have mentioned that.
Well, hey, I guarantee you these Colonels don't want this streak to end tonight, the home field winning streak, nor the streak towards North Delta either. So I guarantee you those chin straps are buckled out there, and these young men are ready to get it on and do some snot pops out there.
Green Wave will send back Braden Locke and Jimmy Manuez to return the kick. William Barrier has it teed up for the Colonels. He will kick right to left. The Green Wave will work left to right.
It really is a true testament to Coach Nestor and his staff here, how they get this Colonel team ready to roll every week, week after week, Watson. I mean, dang, that's pretty awesome there. That's a stout a statistic for sure.
mentioned earlier, the senior-laden roster for North Delta, they have got numerous players in street clothes across the way. Not sure if that's been the case all season or if something's happened the last couple of weeks, but a couple of seniors, a couple of juniors out tonight, according to the roster, rather, for the Green Wave. As we are ready for kickoff, we're underway. Barrier with a low line drive kick, going to be taken by Locke at the 10-yard line and returns it straight up the left side, going to be taken out of bounds by Houston Dana near the Green Wave 30, and that's where North Delta will start first and 10.
Well, good job there for the Colonels running downfield here. That's going to give their defensive unit here on the first series of defense plenty of field position to work with here. You know, Watson, that's the crazy thing about it. This team of special teams players here, they come out there, they're fresh. A lot of those guys aren't starters on offense and defense. It's a true testament that Coach Nestor and company can depend on these younger guys to come in and execute on special teams. That's definitely a big plus for the Colonels.
First and 10, Green Wave just underway here from Legion Field. Quarterback Cole DeVazier will work out of the gun. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Going to run the option, and he's going to be wrapped up by Wesley Lester at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward and pick up one. John Abbott Smith in there as well. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Green Wave.
I'm sure DeVazier has played several different teams in the past couple of weeks where he's running that option. He's running right towards that defensive end. Defensive end is taught to get quarterback. Outside linebacker gets pitch man. Wesley Lester did not go for the fake. Instead, punched the quarterback hard.
High formation now for the Green Wave. 51, Braxton Bailey is the fullback. Rare you see 51 in the backfield. 2nd and 9, Green Wave from the 31. They give it to Joyner, and he's taken down. Josh Hill coming up to make the stop back at the 29-yard line, a loss of 2. Caleb Joyner again on the tackle, 3rd and 11 coming up for the Green Wave.
Well, Coach Nestor and company have taught those defensive linemen, if you're not getting hit on that play, get your head up on a swivel because somebody's pulling to come get you. Wesley Lester crashes the line real hard whenever they block down and do not block him. The pulling guard, he piled it up in there, and there was nowhere to go. Great play.
5 wide for DeVazier on 3rd and 11 from the Green Wave 29, just underway from Legion Field. No score. Takes the snap, throws over the middle. It's caught, taken down immediately is Luke Daniels. William Barrier coming up to make the tackle at the 35, gain of 6. 4th and 5 for the Green Wave.
DeVazier really hummed that ball in there, and a little bit of traffic actually there, and they did a real good job of catching that there. I didn't see where Luke Daniels came from, out of what position, but this is going to bring Green Wave into 4th and manageable situation.
The lineup to push DeVazier with a quick kick as Barrier back to return, going to let it hit at the 30. It will take a North Delta roll and will be down at the Colonel 24. That's where Big Blue will take over 1st and 10. No score, 9:57 to go in the first quarter.
Well, I'm glad to see that the defense there was very aggressive there, had that head up, looking around, trying to figure out what was going on. I'm very sure we've seen that in game film, some getting prepped for North Delta this week here, where the quarterback, DeVazier, stands about 6-7 yards back behind the center and kind of pooch punts it out there. But nonetheless, Indianola Academy was ready for that and ready for the fake as well, and a good series of defense for the Colonels.
Put it at the 25, 1st and 10. Davis under center. He'll turn, hand off to Harris, picks his way straight ahead. Gains 2 to the 27. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Colonels.
I like Coach Nestor on the first play there, challenging that offensive line. Schieffer Phillips, the backside pulling guard, also 55, Watson Brewer, the backside pulling tackle. Both breaking pulls there. Schieffer kicks out the defensive end. Watson Brewer turns upfield there, gets the next guy in the hole, and they did a good job for the Colonels up front.
2nd and 8 from the 27. 2 receivers come to the near side. Davis rolls out, looking to pass. Throws left side, and it's nearly intercepted. Braden Locke had coverage on TK Bolden and had a chance at the pick. Instead, it falls incomplete. 3rd and 8 coming up.
I was about to say Locke was there and standing right in his hip pocket there. The only thing that Bolden could do is out-jump him there. Will Davis, not a very wisely thrown pass because TK was covered very good that time. I believe North Delta knows that TK is one of our main receivers, so we're going to really have to spread that ball out tonight and look at several of our receivers and to help pick it up.
3rd and 8 from the Colonel 27. Davis works out of the gun, pump fake, now lost downfield. And he's got a man caught at the 35. That is T.K. Bolden. And he will go down at the Green Wave 20. Boy, Lott could not catch up that time, and now Bolden is slow to get up. It's going to be a gain of 53. A Greenville Motorsports first down to the North Delta 20, but Bolden is down. And the Colonel staff will have to go out and check on the senior wideout.
Well, he didn't do his patented move where he does the roll over his head whenever he gets tackled there, and so you knew from that get-go that he was going to be a little hurt there. I tell you, Will Davis couldn't have thrown that pass any better, and Bolden could not have stretched out any further. Beautiful run, pass, and catch there by those that duo. Just did a great job, and I definitely hate to see the young man go down here. Hopefully he fell on that ball, because as he was falling forward, that ball kind of went down into his gut area. I think maybe that's what we're going to be looking at. I'm definitely very hopeful that that's what we're looking at.
Dr. Wade Dowell going to go out, give Bolden a look. 9:07 to play in the first quarter. No score between the Colonels and the Green Wave. Colonel defense forced a 3-and-out on the opening series of the night. Took over after the punt at their own 25. We're facing 3rd and 8 to the 27. Davis just connecting with Bolden, 53 yards to the Green Wave 20. That's where we're stopped here as Bolden down on the field and now will be helped to his feet. That is a good sign. Kind of shakes the cobwebs off, and he will walk off under his own power. Hopefully he will be able to return quickly for the Colonels.
You're exactly right. I was curious what Coach, or I am curious now, what Coach Nestor and company are going to try to call up. Are they going to go back to our bread and butter of running a lot here, or do they try to find another receiver to step in there and fill that void left by T.K. Bolden? We'll just have to see in the next couple of plays how this thing develops out.
Like we're bringing in another tight end. Josh Shield will be the tight end to the left side of the formation. Stephon Smith on the right side. 1st and 10 from the Green Wave 20. Davis will go under center. Offset eye in the backfield. Handoff will go to Harris. Runs straight ahead, and he's going to be wrestled down after a short gain. Well, the Green Wave doing a nice job getting penetration there. They mark him at the 18, a 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8 for the Colonel.
I can say this much for North Delta's front right now. You're exactly right, Watson. It's not a whole heck of a lot of people getting through there, but at the same time, all it takes is one guy to bring down, to make a tackle there. Not to normally bring down Harris, but nonetheless, North Delta's defense right now getting it done on the front.
8:25 to go first quarter, no score. Harris comes in motion near side, takes the handoff, and runs into his own man and going to be brought down from behind at the 13, a 5-yard pickup. Leave the Colonels with 3rd and short.
Kurt, you can't credit Tyler Horner with the tackle there on that play. Tyler looking up at the last second there, and he's number 10 coming at him. It's wearing the same color jersey, and it's hard to get out of the way of Sebastian Harris. He's so darn quick. But Tyler Horner getting out front there and trying to make some plays or some openings for Sebastian.
3rd and 2 from the 12. Handoff goes to Harris. He's got the first down inside the 10-yard line. Boy, having to fight for the yardage here early. Down to the 6 goes Harris. The Greenville Motorsports first down. It's 1st and goal. 6-yard run. Colonels quickly to the line of scrimmage. Davis under center with I formation. He'll give it to Harris again. Works right side, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonels. Harris with a 6-yard plunge puts Big Blue on top 6-0. 7:35 to play in the first quarter. Don't forget to text 601-941-3922. Text your name. Try to win a $20 gift card from our friends at Zookies.
Well, and, Coach Nestor just challenged his offensive line there that time, challenged his up back and his running backs here, and just said, hey, we're going to run it between the tackles there and get it on down the field, and that's how we're going to score. And Indianola Academy, they did an excellent job of getting in there.
William Barrier's extra point is up and good. Colonels lead at 7-0, 7:35 to play in the first. We'll step aside and take a break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
Welcome back. 7 plays, 75 yards on the drive for Indianola Academy. Sebastian Harris with a 6-yard touchdown run, his 12th of the season. The Colonels on top of North Delta 7-0, 7:35 to play in the first quarter. As Barrier puts the kick on the ground, it will bounce to be taken at the 13 by Locke. And he's going to be wrestled down shy of the North Delta 30. Colonels quickly getting downfield. Eli Lipsy among the first to get there.
Also, number 11, William Barrier, getting downfield real hard there. The kicker, I know he's also the safety for the Colonel's defense there, but at the same time, you would think that maybe he would want to take off a play there and kind of hang back and be that safety valve. William was running up through the middle there and being that wedge buster as well. You just like to see that aggressiveness there at that Colonel's team.
First and 10, Green Wave from their own 28. Ball is on the left hash. Devazier will work out of the gun. Brings a receiver in motion, near side. Fakes the pitch, going to run the option left side. And Joyner going to be wrestled down as he crosses the 30 to the 31. Josh Hill was there, had initial contact. Stephon Smith comes in to clean things up.
Pretty good move there by Joyner, kind of a spin move there, and avoids the first initial tackles and then keeps the seat turning and did finally get some positive yardage. Also, Sookie's gift card winner, Philip Dawson. He's been aiming for it very hard the entire year, and he finally won there. Congratulations, Philip. Glad you're out there listening in. Hate you're having to work tonight, though.
2nd and 7 for the Green Wave from their own 31. Ball on the far hash. Mazier out of the gun and looking to pass. Here comes Lester. He's in trouble.
Oh.
Throws the ball forward. Colonels recover. And North Delta, I believe, going to argue that was a pass attempt. Floyd Devazier had no option as Lester came with a speed rush from the left side of the defensive line. And the Colonels will take over 1st and 10 at the North Delta 28.
With just a speed rush there, Lester realizing that it was going to be a passing situation there, quickly avoids the blocker in front of him, kind of shucks him to the side, and gets over there and kind of clotheslines Devazier. Devazier stepped to the right at the last second and kind of avoided the initial contact. Then Lester just wouldn't let go. He was on him like a spider monkey on his back and swung him around there, fumble on the ground, and Colonels quickly get on it.
Jack Dodd with the recovery. 1st and 10 at the Green Wave 28. Now the snap is a poor one back to Davis. He'll have to go down and fall on it back at the 32. 4-yard loss. 2nd and 14 coming up for the Colonels, who lead at 7-0 with 6:25 to go in the first quarter.
And for those of y'all out there watching on the live stream, you almost want to say, why did he fall on it there? Pick it up and run. There were 3 yards between you and the first defender. That's a wise move.
Trips to the near side for Davis on 2nd and 14. Now Davis comes in motion. Officials blow this one dead. And it appears it will go against the Colonels.
Yeah, I think I saw 4 Randy Kimball jump out here at receiver.
Start against the Colonels. We'll back them up to the 37. And a great sign from the Colonels sideline. P.K. Bolden back in the game.
I was about to say that. Who's that 18? Thomas Putnam checking out there.
2nd and 19 for the Colonels from the Green Wave 32. Took over after the fumble. Jack Dodd with the recovery. Looking to extend a 7-0 lead here early from Legion Field. Davis out of the gun. Now Lester in motion far side. Davis with the screen pass set up, complete to Harris, and he's taken down immediately. Jimmy Manuez coming up to make the stop at the 35-yard line. A gain of only 2. will leave the Colonels with 3rd and 17.
I've got to say this, Watson. Indianola Academy ran a beautifully executed middle screen there. Other than one player, everybody followed the line there, and Manuez staying there at home wisely and covering number 10, Sebastian Harrison. And Harris rarely going down by one tackler there, but had his back kind of to Manuez, didn't know where he was. Kind of a very nice open field tackle there, though, by the Colonel's Greenway defense.
3rd and long, trips to the left. Lester comes in motion, quick pass. Left side complete to Stephon Smith, looking to set up some blocks. Cannot do it. Luke Noah coming up to make the tackle for the Green Wave. They will mark Smith down at the 36. He's actually going to lose the yard on the play. 4th and 18 for the Colonels.
Well, I can say this. Coach Nestor is trying to get the ball in his playmaker's hands there, and we are just not, and the Colonels are doing a pretty decent job of blocking up front there. North Delta Green Wave just staying low and making some beautiful open field tackles here. Just a tough second series for the Colonels.
Colonels to punt rather. Snap goes over the head of Josh Hill. He'll go back in a last-ditch effort. Off a low line drive kick will go to the Green Wave 27 and be downed there. Only a 9-yard punt. The North Delta comes up with a huge stop after they fumble and let the Colonels take over in their own territory. They get the stop and now take over at their own 27 with 4:30 to play in the first quarter. Colonels on top, 7-0. We've got a timeout on the field. We will take one as well. 1-minute break, and we'll be back to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Decisions made by local people. That's what you will get at Community Bank. You've been thinking about switching banks? Now is the time. Community Bank will handle all of your bank switching paperwork for you. We'll assign you your own personal secretary who will handle your former bank account, get you your new checks, fill out your direct deposit forms, and anything else you need. Just remember, we do the switch. You just enjoy Community Bank, a bank like no other. Community Bank, a proud Colonel booster.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Welcome back. Green Wave take over 1st and 10 at their own 27. They trail the Colonels 7-0, 4:30 to play in the first quarter. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you. Devasier will hand off to Joyner out of the backfield, has running room straight ahead, going to be close to the first down marker as William Barrier comes up to make the tackle. They'll mark it at the 38, and that will be good enough for a Green Wave first down.
And, folks, I got to go back to that punting situation there. Josh Hill actually kicked that ball 40 yards left-footed. Yep. It was a net of 9 yards, though, as it went over his head 30, so he had to kick it that far to get it back to the initial line of scrimmage.
North Delta picks up their first down of the night, have it at their own 38, ball on the near hash. Devasier, a little shuffle pass inside to Daniels, and he's going to be wrapped up immediately. The jackhammer among the first to get there. Woods Toller coming in as well.
Well, the defense really getting after it and getting a little too overly aggressive there on the prior play. They worked a little too far up the field there. North Delta Green Wave's running back was able to cut back and find an open thread there and was able to allow him to get that first down there. But Indianola Academy that time on that shuffle pass there stayed at home there and a great stop on defense.
2nd and 10 for the Green Wave from their own 38. Ball is on the far hash. Vazier will send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Joyner is in the backfield. The flag is down. I believe that's going to be delay of game against the Green Wave.
Well, we'll take any yards any way we can get them. That will be a good way to start or continue this series of defense here for the Colonels.
Back them up 5 yards.
Pushing back
to the Green Wave. They got a timeout here. Stephon Smith asking the same question down on the field. Green Wave all huddled up on the sideline. Now they start the play clock.
I was about to say, I'd start the play clock. This isn't tennis where we're going the server's pace.
No. 2nd and 15 from the Green Wave 33. 3:23 to play in the first quarter. IA leading 7-0. Sebastian Harris with a 6-yard touchdown run to get the Colonels on the board. Green Wave got to hurry. It's down to 1. They're not going to get it off again. They get the timeout. No, another delay of game penalty. What that means, fellas, you can't go over to the sideline, all 11 of you, and huddle up while the play clock's running.
Well, it's just sloppy offense here by North Delta right now. You know, you thought that they would play off that momentum of getting that first down of the game there and keep it going. They really got to the line of scrimmage real quick, but that's kind of their forte. They get up there and they get set, then they look to the sidelines, call their play there. They're not ever huddled up, and that was, you know, just unfortunate break for them and fortunate situation for the Colonels here, as they will definitely capitalize on being steadily pushed back here.
Should be 2nd and 20. The down marker is still at the 38. The football is at, I beg your pardon, the down marker is at the 33. The football is at the 28.
I don't think the down marker guy doesn't want to move over there because that would put him in the heated discussion.
Yeah, you got a point. 3 officials over there having a talk with Green Wave head coach Mac Alderson.
See, he thinks he got a timeout in there.
And if yet to move, let's see what the call is here. The officials moved the ball back another 5 yards. Now they're going to come over, give Coach Nestor an explanation.
Well, I wouldn't think if they got the timeout there on the first one, then they shouldn't have been penalized and got the and had the play clock started. If they were still over there in the huddle, you know, that's kind of odd to me.
Coach Nestor now going to walk away from the officials. Coach Putnam coming out to get an explanation.
I would think it'd be 2nd and 10 if they think that they called the timeout the first time.
If that was the case, they should not have been allowed to line up and snap it at 2nd and 15, right?
Well, yeah, that's right. I agree with you there totally as well, too.
And so now it looks like there will be a timeout. Coach Nestor going to call his guys over to the sideline. 3:23 to play in the first quarter. Colonels on top 7-0. The football still sits at the North Delta 28. The down marker is at the North Delta 33. And now they will grant the Green Wave a timeout. So either the football or the down marker has to move.
Yeah, really. I think the football won.
Yes, football won. They're going to take it back. Where is he going?
See, that's what I'm telling you. They called timeout the first time, so they didn't get to delay a game the first time. So that's why they went over there and huddled up over there on the sidelines. Well, then suddenly he realizes that, hey, the play clock's running. Run out there real quick on the field so we don't get penalized again. And, hey, here they go trying to penalize them the second time.
It will be 2nd and 10 for the Green Wave from their own 38.
Wow, crazy series of events that occurred there. Nonetheless, you would think that that coach would be jumping up beside himself on that official. Hey, I called timeout. You know, I don't know.
The 2nd and 10 Green Wave from their own 38. Ball is on the far hash. Devazier will work out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now he'll bring a man in motion to the backfield. He wasn't ready for the snap, and he's eaten alive in the backfield. 2 Colonels converge. Wesley Lester, Stephon Smith. 2 flags are down.
Did he hit him too hard?
Wow. I'm not sure. The snap went off of the thigh of Devazier. He was not looking for it.
He was not.
Going to have a face mask call.
Wow.
All righty.
Kind of a crazy, another series of plays here. That thing should have really shot North Delta in the foot. Instead, they're going to come out smelling like a rose, I believe, here.
They will put the football at the Green Wave 33. The loss was back to the 28, 5-yard penalty, so it was a loss of 10 on the play. Give them 5 for the face mask.
I'm glad I'm not a statistician.
Still 2nd down. Second and 15. DeBazier in trouble. He'll have to throw it away. Stephon Smith giving chase. 3rd and 15 coming up for the Green Wave.
Well, the one good thing about this, Watson, is that North Delta is not getting any momentum, any rhythm going right now. I mean, it is just looking terrible on their side of the field. You can tell none of their team is together at all. They're just all out of whack here. And for Indianola Academy's defense, that's got to be a good thing here because all they're doing is just still keying on the quarterback and getting after that ball there. DeBazier is a good thrower and passer there, but get to him, key on him, and I think you'll be okay.
3rd and 15 from their own 33. The Green Wave have it as they trail the Colonels 7-0, 2:50 to go in the first quarter. DeBazier going to call his own number, run it straight ahead, and he's got nowhere to go. John Abbott-Smith clogging up the hole, brings him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 4th and 15 coming up.
The yard marker guy actually walked back about half a yard to almost a yard, so it might have been actually a little lost there, Watson. Nonetheless, the Colonels' defense is standing strong. Again, Big Blue doing a great job on the defensive side of the ball.
DeBazier back to punt, a high wobbly kick. Barrier going to let it hit at the 39. It will take a Green Wave roll to the IA 32, and that's where the Colonels will have it 1st and 10 with 2:11 to play in the first quarter. Indianola Academy on top of North Delta 7-0, and Will Davis and company heading back out on the field.
You know, in Watson, I can't say that Indianola's offense has looked bad. You got to realize the first series of offense we scored, even after we hurt one of our best playmakers got injured there on a play, which he fortunately is back in there. But we scored on that series. They did hold us on our second series. That's football. That's just part of it. This team can't get down off of that.
High formation behind Davis. Runs into Lester, turns, somehow gets it away to Harris, and he fights for yardage up to the 41-yard line. A tough run there for Harris. Boy, that play could have been disastrous.
It really was.
9-yard gain.
It was almost like the play had to sit there and develop, hey, let me hit into this guy, let me run into this other guy here, and boom, then suddenly the play develops, and then we're down 9 yards down the field there, and, sometimes the ball bounces in your favor, and the Colonels it has for quite a while.
2nd and 1 from the 41. Davis under center. He'll run the option. Right side keeps it for himself. He's got the Greenville Motorsports first down across the 50 in Green Wave territory. Taken down at the 45-yard line. A 14-yard run for the quarterback Davis. And the Colonels move the chain.
I think I'm going to call this correct here, but I think I saw an early nominee for a Bill's Body Shop collision of the game there right now. 52, Schieffer Phillips hustling downfield there. The offensive guard just wiping out several Green Wave defenders, would-be tacklers there, allowing Will Davis to vault forward for an extra 1 or 2 more yards. Nice run, hard running there by Davis.
1st and 10 from the Green Wave 45. Ball is on the far hash. Davis will bring Bolden in motion to the near side. Runs the option to the left. Pitches to Harris. Gets by a man at the 42 and spun down at the 36. Tyler Hollins coming up to make the tackle. 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1 coming up for the Colonels.
Well, just a pretty executed play there on the option play. Nice hard fake there to the dive man. Lester up the middle, pulls last second, running to the left side, runs that left option with that left hand out there. Pretty good there. Gets Sebastian Harris out in open space. 2nd down, a manageable play.
Backs are split on 2nd and short. Quick pass, right side, caught by Bolden. He's got the first down and more inside the 30, inside the 25, taken out of bounds inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 18-yard pitch and catch for Greenville Motorsports first down.
Well, Bolden felt the soft coverage there he had. They were about 10 yards back trying to not let anybody get behind him, so he just runs a stop route there. He knows he only has to get 1 yard for that first down. He stops after he runs that 1 yard, catches that ball, gets to the outside where no defense is out there, and wisely gets up the sidelines there, up the field for an 18-yard gain.
29 seconds to play in the first quarter. Colonels on top, 7-0. Lester takes the handoff straight ahead, bounces off a couple of Green Wave, and he's going to rumble to the end zone. Touchdown, Colonels. Boy, Lester made that look easy. After he bounced off the first 2, the rest of the white shirts got out of his way.
He looked like a little twinkle toes there, doing a little high step to the left there.
Did you teach him that?
A slide step. I didn't teach him. Probably learned it from his brother there. I wish I was that fast. Did not learn it from me, but a great job there running up the middle there by Wesley Lester. You're right. He took a little contact at first there, and just kind of sidestepped there and just vaulted straight into the end zone. Great hard run there by the Colonel junior.
Barrier on for the extra point. It is up and good, and the Colonels extend the lead over North Delta 14-0 with 22 seconds to play in the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
More than 70 years, Guarantee Bank and Trust Company has embraced the time-tested principles of independent banking. We work to develop relationships with our customers, a relationship that provides the peace of mind knowing that your bank is with you every step of the way. Come discover it for yourself at Guarantee Bank in Batesville, Belzona, Cleveland, Greenville, Hernando, Hollandale, Indianola, Senatobia, South Haven, Vicksburg, and now open in Grenada. Personal service, professional solutions. Member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
From Indianola, Greenwood, Belzona, Greenville, and places near and far, people just like you are coming to Hometown Restaurant for the best steaks in the Delta, period. Juicy on the inside, just right on the outside. Mark Gary says, come on in and we'll cook your steak just the way you want it. Also try our Mississippi Delta catfish, grilled, fried, or blackened, or our succulent shrimp, the freshest in the Delta. And remember, there's always something just right on the kids' menu. Mark Gary and the great staff at Hometown are proud Colonel supporters. Visit Hometown Restaurant soon in downtown Inverness.
Welcome back. 5 plays, 68 yards on the scoring drive for Indianola Academy. Wesley Lester with an 18-yard run, his 7th of the season. Colonels on top 14-0. At the kickoff, taken by Manuez, returns it straight up the field. A late flag comes in. Official heaves that one 37 yards as Manuez brought down just shy of the 30-yard line.
He's just wanting to go back to his old glory days of playing there. I'm just kidding. I couldn't see who it was.
That was a good pass.
Return guy, and tough penalty there. You like the over-aggressiveness that they have on the special teams and how they like to get nasty down there. I call them the Kentucky headhunters there. They do a great job of running downfield and hunting them heads and finding them somebody to pop. And I think that's exactly what they called.
Yeah, we'll go against the Colonels. 15-yard penalty will move the Green Wave up to their own 44. That's where they'll start this drive. Indianola Academy on top 14-0 with 15 seconds to play in the first quarter. Devazier will work out of the gun, trips to the far side. Single back is Joyner. Devazier, quick pass, midfield. It's caught, put on the ground, and they're going to say incomplete. Wow. Thought from up here that Daniels made the reception. He was popped hard. I think that was Hill that came in. It was contact, but they say incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Josh Hill's really coming to his own on the defensive linebacker position here in the past couple of weeks. Really starting to figure this position out there. And, hey, he did a great job on special teams earlier in the punt situation as well. So he's really starting to come onto his own as well as the junior player that we were expecting him to be.
2nd and 10. Devazier rolls out to his right. Stephon Smith giving chase. And Devazier going to loft it downfield. Got a man wide open at the 25 and caught out of bounds at the Colonel 20. Boy, the Colonels just lost coverage that time. Devazier was running for his life because Stephon Smith had put a bull rush on the Green Wave, and he was on the way. But the Green Wave turned it into a positive play down to the Colonel 19, 1st and 10, North Delta.
I just said the same thing, Watson. I was sitting there thinking that, hey, I'm going to type up my status here on Facebook in a second that it's going to be 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. And then I was sitting there at the same time saying, hey, this game is far from over right now. Devazier is a very talented quarterback there. Indianola Academy cannot let us guard down at all. And sure enough, what happens? The big bomb right there for the Colonels' defense.
First quarter comes to an end. IA on top 14-0. We will take a break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center. And go Colonels.
Van Cleve Insurance is the trusted choice independent agency that has been serving Indianola and Sunflower County for over 80 years. To stay around that long, we've had to care about a lot of people. If you're not already insured with us, We'd like for you to be a part of our winning team. Stop by or call so we can review your current home, auto, or commercial insurance plan. Chances are we can save you money, give you broader coverage, or better service. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located Highway 49 in Indianola since 1932.
First and 10 Green Wave from the Colonel 19 as we start the second quarter. Devazier going to hand it off straight ahead to Joyner. Makes a cut to the left side. He's to the 10, to the 5, and taken out of bounds by Willis. To be first and goal, Green Wave, as they're knocking on the door. 11:53 to play in the second quarter. Colonel's leading 14-0.
Well, a very well drawn up draw play there by the North Delta Green Wave. Just got to the outside. Joyner did the running man there. Very fast young man. Looks like Devazier is going out for a play here. Yeah, he is. He's on the sidelines.
First and goal, Green Wave going to have a new quarterback. That is Luke Noah with Joyner in the backfield. Two receivers right, one to the left. Noah going to run it, fakes the handoff around the right side. He's in for the touchdown, but a flag is down at the line of scrimmage, and I believe this one's coming back.
I don't know what happened there to Devazier, but, I can say this. Luke Noah stepped in there without missing a beat and filled in that quarterback position just fine for the North Delta Green Wave there.
The holding is the call against North Delta. Well, what really stings there is it was on the opposite side of the field from where the play was going.
Yeah, it was.
They will take this back to the 15, first and goal from the 15.
It looked like equipment malfunction there as Devazier quickly running from the bench over there, hustling back and getting back in that game there, the senior not wanting to miss a single snap.
Cardinals on top 14-0, 11:48 to play in the second quarter. Green Wave knocking on the door. Devazier going toward the end zone, and it is incomplete. Willis had the interception in his hands, could not hang on. That'll bring up second and goal from the 15.
I can't see who the intended receiver was yet, but you're exactly right. Dede Willis having that ball in his hands there. Looks like number 4, L.J. Mills, the senior, doing a good job of turning from receiver to defensive back there and knocking that ball away immediately from Dede Willis there to prevent the pick.
Second and goal, Green Wave from the 15. Devazier from the gun with trips to the right side. He'll swing it out to the wide side of the field. It's caught by Cole Harris. I beg your pardon, Harris Cole. And he gets back to the 6-yard line. A 9-yard pickup, third and goal.
Good job there by initial coverage and contact by Woods Toller, figuring out it was just going to be a short out route run there by the North Delta receiver. Woods able to close in real quick, get a body on him, slowed him up just enough for the other Colonel defenders to get over there and help bring the North Delta receiver down.
Third and goal from the 6. Boy, there's movement everywhere. Luke Noah in there takes the snap. He's going to run it down to the 1 and be taken down. Which certainly looked like there were several Green Wave who got an early start on the play. Fourth and goal from the 1. Decision time for the Green Wave. Looks like they're going to go quickly to the line of scrimmage. Noah will go under center, and he's going to sneak it, and he does not get in. They're going to mark him short. Turnover on downs. IA will take over at the 1.
Wow. I'm telling you, I was sitting there. I didn't want to do the old chortle, but I just had to do it, man. I'm telling you, Indianola Academy's defense getting nasty and stingy right there. What a great play there on defense. That nice defensive stand there. North Delta just could not get it together and capitalize. They knocked on the door real hard, and I got to say, Luke Noah coming in, Caleb Joyner coming in and filling those shoe steps while Devazier had to go get the equipment malfunction done. They really tried to get in there, and Indianola Academy was very staunch.
First and 10 from their own 1. Handoff goes to Lester straight ahead and gives the Colonel some breathing room out to the 9-yard line, an 8-yard pickup. Bring up second and 2, and Lester is slow to get up. He went down very awkwardly.
Yeah, he did.
And he will now get up and will limp off. James Hill will check in and will be the fullback for the Colonels.
Yeah, as he was falling down there, he was going backwards there in a tough break for the Colonels. Hope he doesn't twist some kind of ankle of some kind there. Might have to get that thing taped up. As you know, it's going to be hard to keep him off the field there for too long.
Yeah, I guarantee you, he tries to sit down too long, Ryan's going to come out of the bleachers and tell him to get back in there. 2nd and 2, Colonels from their own 9. Harris comes in motion. Handoff goes straight ahead to James Hill. A flag is down. Hill taken down hard by Joyner. Gets to the 12-yard line, a 3-yard gain, but we'll have to check penalty flag. This will be an illegal shift against the Colonels.
Yes, he was taken down with authority there, James Hill. We got to get a little bit more weight in those pants there, and got to get him a little bit bigger here. And he's got to be a true athlete there. I watched him play baseball last year, came up with some timely hits. Just a very good athlete and won't be stopped here. And he's going to be a great future addition for the Indianola Academy offense and defense here. We just got to get a little more playing time under the water run up under the bridge, and also maybe a little bit more weight on it.
2nd and 6 as they put it back at the 4. And the handoff goes to Harris around the right side. He's got the first down and more, 20, 25, 30, and finally taken out of bounds. There's another nominee for the Bills Body Shop collision of the game on offense for Harris. They mark it at the 36, a 32-yard rumble for a Greenville Motorsports first down.
So you saw me writing already down here, didn't you?
Yes.
I'm telling you, everybody could see that. Man, what a nice pop there right in front of his coach's coaching box right there. Gave Coach Nestor a show, as I'm sure he does every weekend practice as well. But Sebastian Harris running with heart, and, I mean, just a great young man there running very hard with authority. That was kind of that cross-buck play there. It takes a while for it to develop, but once it does, it is beautiful, especially when it's open on that backside there. He didn't go through the hole, bounce it to the outside. There was plenty of green grass there.
Lester back in the game at fullback. Harris takes it again on 1st and 10, and still on his feet, goes down finally at the 45, a 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1 coming up. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort. Gets it done there for Harris. There is a North Delta player down on the field. 9:30 to play in the 2nd quarter. Colonels leading 14-0.
Well, just a nice hard cut back there by Sebastian Harris, getting in behind his blockers there. And I'm telling you, he was doing some high hurdling there and just running hard for the Colonels offense here, wanting to move that chain yet again. Hey, this is where we stalled in our 2nd series here, and we had to punt right here about midfield, and Sebastian Harris not wanting to see that on this series of offense, so running as hard as he can, giving his quarterback, Will Davis, a 2nd down and very manageable play.
Again, 9:28 to play in the 2nd quarter, and the young man from North Delta is up and will be helped off with some of the coaching staff. That is Jimmy Manuez, and we certainly hope he will be able to return to the game.
I think North Delta definitely hopes he can return, because I'm like you, Watson. I saw before the game, as they were warming up out there, their whole bench was just full of young men sitting in street clothes there, or their jersey tops, you know, so you knew that they were players maybe hurt from prior games. I'm not real sure, but nonetheless, Indianola Academy hopefully going to capitalize on that and keep rocking and rolling here.
2nd and 1, Big Blue from their own 45. Davis under center. Harris comes in motion. Action. Davis flushed out of the pocket, throws back over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tried to hit Lester at midfield, left it a little bit short. 3rd and 1 coming up.
I like how Lester gets out there in the open field, and I've seen several players do it. I just so happened to see him right there. He gets those hands up and waves at him. Hey, I'm right here. Come find me. And Davis able to scan the field there and see where his defenders are and see who is the most open there. Sees Lester, tries to get it out as he's rolling real hard to the right. Couldn't get it there in time.
2nd and 1, handoff will go to Lester, picks his way for the first down into Green Wave territory, bounces off a tackle, bounces off a 2, and finally taken down at the 42-yard line. 13 yards on the carry for Lester, another Greenville Motorsports first down.
Well, what he did there was just let his play develop there and get in behind his blockers. Indianola Academy offensive line doing a good job opening some holes, really crashing hard on that defensive line. Lester knew all he had to get was 1 yard there for that to move those chains, and just able to still capitalize and let the play develop itself out. He got some blockers in front of him, able to make some things happen.
8:50 to play, 2nd quarter. Colonels on top, 14-0, looking to add to the lead. First and 10 from the Green Wave 42. Harris comes in motion. He'll take the handoff around the right side, sets up the blocks, and he's loose down the right side to the 20, to the 10. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonel. Second touchdown run of the night for Sebastian Harris. This one from 42 yards out. 8:31 to go in the second quarter. Big Blue extends the lead 20-0.
Well, it's just a good hard run, and you said it, Watson, in the description of the play there. He let the play develop. He got in behind his blockers there and just waited. It's just it's a timing thing there, and Sebastian Harris has been doing it for 3 years for the Colonels and just knows how to do it and knows what to look for. Last year he was doing it behind the big man Sherman Timms. This year doing it behind Wesley Lester. They're just not skipping a beat there, and Sebastian, once he sees that green grass or that little opening there, he knows how to hit it and get in there. Great hard run there by the senior running back.
Barrier on for the extra point. Snaps back, kick is up, and it is good. 21-0 with 8:31 to play in the second quarter. 6 plays, 99 yards on the drive. Colonels get it done in only 6 plays to extend the lead over North Delta. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Olivia, I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh no, Cooper, what are we gonna do? Call my pal at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come to Pep Store. We can. We do. Your hardwood floor. And get a free coat.
Some call it low smoke aheadis. Some can't even pronounce it, but everyone agrees that low smoke aheadis has delicious, authentic Mexican food that makes your mouth water. Satisfied customers from all over the Mississippi Delta dine with Juan and his staff every chance they get, and you will too. Low smoke aheadis also has a party room that you can reserve for birthday parties, anniversaries, and just a good time. You won't feel crowded, and the atmosphere is that perfect setting for authentic Mexican food. That's Low Smoke Aheadis Mexican Restaurant, Highway 82 in Indianola.
Welcome back. Low line drive kick out of barrier taken at the 9-yard line. And the Green Wave return it up to the 27. That is Harris Cole on the return. Taken down by a sea of blue and white. William Barrier, Thomas Putnam getting downfield.
I was about to say, if you can call who made that tackle there, I'll go buy you a steak dinner. Cause I'll
name somebody.
Yeah, really. No joke. Man, that was we're playing the Green Wave, so I understand how symbolic this was, but that truly was a sea of blue there. Man, golly, everybody getting down on that tackle there and just kind of collapsing backwards there. And, man, that was awesome. Beautifully executed special teams play there by the Colonels. And just that's what you like to see, getting to the ball, making some tackles.
Empty backfield for DeVazier. Now a man comes in motion. Ball is loose. Flags are down. Well, that one was headed nowhere from jump. It'll be a false start against the Green Wave. Back them up 5 yards to the 23.
You can tell they're definitely shaking the Green Wave, or they just have never been, number one, put in this situation. Number two, they're not used to this speed that the Indianola Academy Colonels possess. But number three, they're just rattled. They cannot get any momentum going, any rhythm going. And if you can't do that, you're shooting yourself in the foot constantly.
First and 15, DeVazier, quick pass, right side. Caught and taken down at the 28. Luke Daniels on the reception.
I can say this much, though. This is a very talented offensive side of the ball here, North Delta is, and they know how to get the ball out in open space and make some things happen. DeVazier is a very talented quarterback.
At the 29, 2nd and 9, DeVazier going to run it straight ahead, gets out of initial contact, but cannot get by Eli Lipsy. They'll mark it at the 33. We'll credit Lipsy for hanging on there, a 4-yard gain. 3rd and about 4 for the Green Wave.
You're exactly right. And Eli Lipsy, you can see him develop as a player here from week 1 till now. Week 1, he's going to try to hit that guy head on up top there. Week 6 that we're in now, he's taking him low down there and just wrapping up and making a nice open field tackle there. Beautifully executed tackle by Lipsy.
John Landon Chisholm in there at defensive end. Alex Tannehill at outside linebacker. 3rd and 4 for the Green Wave from their own 33. DeVazier looking to pass, in trouble. Tannehill giving chase. He lost it over the middle, and it is incomplete at midfield. Great coverage from Randy Kimball. There is a flag down back at the 35-yard line.
a lot of offensive linemen standing around there. Tannehill, what a beautiful play there. And, again, that's another player for the Indianola Academy defense that has really come into his own here and doing an excellent job for the Colonels defense. One of those players we don't call an awful lot, but at the same time really gets after and gives you all he has every play. Beautifully run quarterback hurry there by Tannehill, and able to put DeVazier in an uncomfortable situation there and not able to find his receiver, get those feet set, and that's where you want them.
An eligible receiver downfield, I believe, was the call. Colonels declined. 4th and 4 for the Green Wave. Low snap back to DeVazier. Has trouble picking it up. He's going to have to run it, and it works out for the Green Wave. He'll have the first down. I thought he stepped out of bounds. They say no,
goodness,
and he rumbles well into Green Wave territory and then got rumbled by John Abbott Smith.
Yes, he did. I got to give another Bills body collision nominee there to John Abbott there. A nice sandwich tackle, but at the same time, you hate that he gets it off of a 30-yard gain there, but that was a hard run by DeVazier. I'm like you as well, Watson, especially tiptoeing down these sidelines. I thought he did, but the officials being right there saying that he did not. He stayed in bounds, and unfortunately for the Colonels, the North Delta able to convert on a 4th and 4.
34-yard run to the Colonel 33. And now DeVazier is down over near the Green Wave sideline. Boy, he got back across the field and then went down in a hurry. 6:53 to play in the second quarter. IA leading North Delta 21-0. Now, stop in play as DeVazier getting some attention. You mentioned earlier all of the guys in street clothes for North Delta certainly don't want to lose their senior quarterback. He gets up, walks off to the Green Wave bench, and now back on a knee. So the good news is he was able to get up and walk off, and you hope to see him back in the game.
It was very odd. I'm telling you, he makes a nice run down these sidelines. Then after he gets up and gets popped, he jumps up real quick, and you could tell he was excited and ecstatic. Hey, he was trying to pump his sidelines up here and his team up, showing them, hey, guys, I'm in this. Thanks for blocking hard up here. We're moving these chains. We're getting the momentum back on our sidelines. Sprints over there to his coach to get the next play, and then suddenly falls out over there. It was very weird. It was almost like he was, just keep going off of his momentum there and that energy and that drive. And fortunate break for the Colonels here. He's going to have to sit out a play.
So Luke Noah back in there at quarterback. He'll work out of the gun, 1st and 10 from the Colonel 33. Low snap. Noah picks it up, going to run it straight ahead to the 30-25 and taken down from behind by Day Willis. They'll mark him at the 21, a 12-yard.
I was about to say that North Delta really doesn't miss much of a beat whenever they go from DeVazier to Noah here. He has checked in several times for him and done excellent for him on the offensive side of the ball. He drops that ball on the ground there at that time, though, but all it did was it just gave the play a little bit of time to develop. Found some openings there and was able to squirt through there for a 12-yard gain.
I'll tell you how he did it. He saw Stephon Smith coming, and any time you're sitting back and Smith is coming at you, you tend to find another gear.
I guarantee
you. Now Noah taken down from behind. Wesley Lester coming up to make the stop at the 23. That's going to be a loss. They put it at the 22, a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 for the Green Wave.
Well, I am noticing that. You're exactly right. Lester and Stephon Smith both lined up on the left side of the ball there. And Noah is wisely running to the right side of the ball and staying away from those two young defensive players there as they like to hit. And, hey, the only bad thing is they're running right towards the jackhammer, and he likes to hit just as hard.
DeVazier is back in at quarterback, empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. 2nd and 11 Green Wave from the Colonel 22. DeVazier, quick pass, left side, caught by Joyner. Jukes a couple of Colonels out of their shoes and going to be taken down inside the 20. Clint Jones coming up to make the tackle.
You're exactly right. I'm not trying to call him out to say he's playing bad, but the jackhammer is known for hitting, not known for covering receivers there, and he gets out there from his linebacker position and did a good job slowing him up enough so several Colonel defenders could come over and give him a little help. But you are right, got a little juke there, but it's going to still bring up a 3rd down and long situation for North Delta here.
Timeout on the field, 5:23 to play in the second quarter. Big Blue on top of North Delta, 21-0. The Green Wave will be looking at 3rd and 6. 3rd and a long 5, we'll call it, from the Colonel 16 as they've had a couple of opportunities. The Colonels If you go back to the previous Green Wave drive, got the stop, 4th and goal rather, from the 1. Colonel's got the stop. Turn that into points, and
that was a huge stop, man. That was awesome.
No doubt about it. So the Green Wave have had their chances, and they need to convert here if they want to stay in the game. We're winding down toward the end of the first half. Harris is starting to run with a little extra energy on the offensive side for the Colonels.
Yep. Well, at first, he was getting 2, 3, 4 yard chunks, and now he's knocking them off 10, 20, 18, 12. And when he starts doing that, that's when those yards tick up real quick, and those defensive men get real tired chasing him down that long field, and he's able to capitalize on it, and that's what we hope he continues to do in this second quarter.
3rd and 5 from the Colonel 16. DeVazier out of the gun. Going to roll to his right. Now turns around, quick pass. He was trying to hit Daniels' left side and just got in too big of a hurry. Threw it over his head. He was open momentarily, but the Colonels were there. They were going to be there to bring him down. Going to think about this one. Yeah, he'll leave the offense out there.
Yeah, he did hum that ball just a little too hard. Got to be a little bit more touchy on that one there, and just a tough break there by North Delta. Puts them in a 4th and long situation.
4th and 5. Green Wave going to go. DeVazier going to loft one up toward the end zone. We're looking for Daniels. It's incomplete. Day Willis had the coverage. Willis upset with himself. He let another pick go through his hands.
He sure did. Well, I got to say this. Number 40, the receiver, Luke Daniels, again, North Delta teaches their receivers, hey, when you see it's a pick situation there, you've got to go from a receiver to a defender there. And Luke Daniels did a great job of doing that and shifting over that momentum there. And Day Willis, did have a pick. You're exactly right. He set up back there to catch it. Daniels able to wisely knock it down there. But that is a turnover on downs, and the Colonels are going to take over on the offense.
1st and 10 from their own 16. IA leading 21-0. Harris takes the handoff, bounces straight ahead. He's got running room 30, 40 midfield in Green Wave territory. They cannot catch him. Harris is going to take it 84 yards. That might be night-night.
Yeah, you're exactly right there. Hey, Luke Noah not giving up on him, but at the same time, I told you that young man's a very good player for North Delta. Got a promising future for him. But Sebastian Harris, when he got out into that open field, really shifted it into overdrive there. And we mentioned it earlier when they get out on that offensive side, and Sebastian Harris able to chonk off those yards in long spurts there, just like then. It's going to be rough and tough for the North Delta Green Wave.
84 yards. The last 2 runs for Sebastian Harris, 84 and 42. He's got 126 and 2 touchdowns on his last 2 carries. Whew. William Barrier on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 28-0. Colonels all over North Delta here at Legion Field. 4:59 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
I'm Greg Bills from Bills Body Shop in Rubel, Mississippi, and I want to fix your car. We've been in business for 40 years in the same location. We're a family-owned business and currently have 3 generations still working under the same roof. If you're ever in an accident, we can tow your vehicle, help you with your insurance claim, get you in a rental car, repair your vehicle, and deliver it back to you in usually under a week. We're located at 501 South Oak Street, Highway 49, Louisville, Mississippi. Give us a call today, 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Pecans are only the beginning of what you'll find at Indianola Pecan House. Stop in for gift items from your favorite universities, great silver and gold jewelry from designers like Ronaldo, gourmet food items, cupcakes, caramel and pound cake, pecan pies, all made fresh daily. And they also create custom gift baskets for any occasion. Come in and sample their most recent flavors of pecans, crunchy praline popcorn, and crunchy praline. Serving pecans around the world for over 30 years from 1013 Highway 82 East. Indianola Pecan House, home of the original praline pecan.
Stuck in a state born and raised.
Welcome back. Colonels on top 28-0 over undefeated North Delta. 4:59 to go in the second quarter. And the kickoff going to be taken at the 10-yard line by Harris Cole. And he's wrapped up by several Colonels. Spencer Robertson, William Barrier, Clint Jones in there. And the Green Wave will start this drive at their own 23. Sebastian Harris with 206 yards on the ground. We've still got 4:50 to go in the first half. His last 2 runs have gone for 84 and 42 each. Both touchdowns, again, 206 yards in the first half for Sebastian Harris. And the Green Wave quickly finding out that they're not playing the Macon Road Baptist anymore.
You're exactly right there. And I got to give a shout-out to 58, Tyler Horner, the offensive lineman, doing a good job there up front for the Colonels, paving that way. He was the backside pulling guard, made a nice hole there for Harris to run in.
1st and 10, North Delta from their own 23. Devontae with a quick pass complete to Manuel. Glad to see he's back in the game for North Delta. He gets the first down pickup up to the 41. Woods Toller and Randy Kimball combining on the tackle.
I do like to see that Coach Nestor's already getting a few fresh bodies in here, getting that real-time, game-time experience there. Got John Landon Chisholm and James Roberts there at defensive ends, doing a great job anchoring that front for the Colonels. Let's see who else we got in there as well. Well, that looks like who we're giving the fresh legs on there right now.
Yeah, Tannehill back in there, an outside linebacker also. 1st and 10, Green Wave from their own 41, 4:22 to play in the second quarter. Colonels on top, 28-0. Low snap back to Devontae. Another shuffle pass, and it goes nowhere. Josh Hill is there to bring down Joyner. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, just a beautifully executed defensive play there by the Colonels. Kind of staying at home that time instead of getting upfield and trying to put any pressure on Devontae. They kind of smelled that play out there. Great stop on defense.
Another poor snap, and Devontae going to be taken down in the backfield. Jack Dodd among the first to get there. He loses the headgear. He'll have to check out for a play. Losses back to the 39, 3rd and 12 coming up.
Also, Woods Toller coming from the outside had a blitz there as well, applying a lot of pressure on Devontae there. Actually kind of ran the quarterback Devontae into Jack Dodd, and they were able to get that sack there. Great job by Colonel's defense applying the pressure.
3rd and long. Houston Dana in now at defensive end. Devontae will work out of the gun. Trip receivers to the near side. Drop straight back, looking to pass. Lost downfield. It's caught at the Green Wave 48 and taken down by Randy Kimball. It'll be a couple of yards shy of the first down. That was Noah, I believe, on the reception. They'll mark it at the North Delta 49. It'll be 4th and 2.
Well, and, Academy's defense is seeing that it is a 3rd and long passing situation. John Abbott-Smith pinning those ears back there that time and getting upfield. Nice bull rush there to put a little pressure on Devontae and help him try to block out there.
4th down, 2 yards to go. Colonels believe the Green Wave going to go for it. They don't send anybody back deep, and North Delta will call the timeout to talk things over. 3:10 to play in the second quarter. Colonels 28, Green Wave nothing. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Finances, your insurance, your life? Then let State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola help you simplify and get to a better state, because with Andy Daniels handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that can add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola today and get to a better state with State Farm. Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola help you simplify and get to a better state, because with Andy Daniels handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that can add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola today and get to a better state with State Farm.
Welcome back. Green Wave go for it on 4th and 2, and they're going to be brought down. It appears just short of the marker. They run the screen pass, caught by Joyner, and they've already signaled Colonel football. IA will take over at midfield, 1st and 10 with 3:02 to play in the second quarter, leading North Delta 28-0.
Calling for any fakes or mistakes there, or jumping off sides, just playing very disciplined there, and you like that for the Colonels. Stopping North Delta yet again right here at midfield. Plenty of time for another strike here before halftime.
This is the 3rd consecutive turnover on downs for the Green Wave. 1st and 10, Colonels from midfield. Davis going for the home run ball right side to Bolden and overshoots him incomplete. L.J. Mills had the coverage.
this isn't very Nestor-like here. Throwing the dagger in right there real quick there. But this team is so much fun to watch, and they're real fun to root on here. And I tell you, they keep us on our toes here up here in the booth, and just a very talented offensive team the Colonels possess this year here. Seems very well-rounded where we can run the ball, also pass. Also, the quarterback can run real hard and with authority. That's what you like to see.
2nd and 10 from midfield. Davis takes the snap, looking to pass once again. Throws right side, incomplete. Was trying to hit Bolden on a little out route. Well, Sebastian Harris did something right there. He saved the day for Davis because the Green Wave were coming in hot. Harris slashed over at the last second to pick up the block. Still, I think Davis rushed the pass a little bit. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, he did. And when he's not running the ball, you're exactly right. He's doing a good job blocking there and saving several of his other players here. Got to give a shout-out here to the Colonel. Cuties getting lined up out here, getting ready to perform at halftime. So, folks, if you're in the area and can ease out here, come watch them as well.
3rd and 10, Colonels from midfield. Play action. Davis lost it over the middle. Caught by Stephon Smith. He's got the Greenville Motorsports first down to the Green Wave 30. A 20-yard pass and catch. The Colonels move the chain.
Number 6, Luke Noah, wisely staying low there on the big man, Sebastian Harris. A nice little tight end dump there. And Will Davis does such an excellent job of really selling that fake dive there. North Delta really keys on the run hard, as they knew it was a manageable play there, that it could have been either a run or a pass. They keyed on that run. And Sebastian Harris Stephon Smith and Will Davis able to connect and capitalize right there and move those chains for the Colonels offense.
2:25 and clock running. 2nd quarter, Colonels on top 28-0. Looking to put this one away before the half. Quick pass left side caught by Kimball. And works down the sideline. They'll mark him out of bounds inside the 25, near the 23. Bring up 2nd and 3. Make it 2nd and 4. They put it at the 24, so a 6-yard gain from Davis to Kimball.
Well, I'd like to see him getting Randy Kimball some action out there and getting him in the game as well. We've talked about how kind of he was. It seems like in the past he's been a decoy, and you know, we're only throwing to T.K. Bolden, but hey, we're throwing that ball all around the place tonight there, getting everybody a little live action. That's what you like to see.
2nd and 4. Davis works out of the gun. Lester will come in motion to the near side. Davis throws high and incomplete. Was trying to hit Bolden. Last couple of throws for Davis have been high. Kimball had to go up and make the grab on first down. That one Bolden could not haul in. 2nd and 4 coming up from the Green Wave 24.
Well, I was watching Davis's mechanics there that time. They looked complete there. You're exactly right. The ball just sailed a little high, and tough break there. But, hey, when you know that receiver can jump as high as he can, you know, you're able to fudge a little bit and throw a little bit high there. Although at the same time, you do have to be very reminiscent and know that that's going to open that body up for some hits.
It's the 2nd and 4. It's actually 3rd and 4. Lester takes the handoff straight ahead. Going to be brought down right at the first down marker. It'll depend on the spot.
The chain marker over there is already thrown up a 4th down and short. Lester going down again very awkwardly on his back, kind of trying to spin around there and trying to get what extra yardage he could there, and hopefully he got just enough to move those chains again for the Colonels. Watson, I got to throw this in real quick. I went to New Orleans in the Patriots game, the Saints and Patriots game last weekend there, and of course New Orleans Saints, whenever they get a first down, they say, "Move them chains," and you know they just kind of take in the flavor of the area down there, you know. And I guess, you know, Ole Miss has first down, Ole Miss, and then Mississippi State has first down, Hail State. It's pretty neat how all these people are getting in, and they're really getting their fans involved, and that's what you like to see here. And you know, Indianola Academy able to capitalize there and move them chains one more time.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. 1:50 to go in the half. Davis works out of the gun. 2 receivers come to the near side. Davis fakes the give, keeps it straight ahead, inside the 15, down near the 10. Before he's taken off his feet. Well, the Green Wave bit hard on the fake to Harris. Davis will be marked at the 11, a 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1.
I'm hoping that we get a score here, and I'm going to go on and give him a forewarning here. Jackie Jenkins might want to move his vehicle here as William Barrier hit it the last time on this PAT. I've got to throw that interesting stat out there. Barrier really punching that ball and punishing it tonight for the Colonel's special teams.
2nd and 1 from the 11. Davis will go under center. Lester and Harris in the backfield. Clock down to 1 minute to play here in the second quarter. Davis fakes the give, runs it around the right side. He's got the Greenville Motorsports first down to the 4-yard line, a 7-yard run. And the Colonels will be set up first and goal with under a minute to play in the second quarter.
You can see number 10, Sebastian Harris, sitting there going, he was holding his fingers and feeling. He's like, I could feel it right there. I wanted you to pitch it. But Davis, hey, he's got to get his runs in as well. And he saw an opening there in a lane, and he wisely turned it upfield there, and he was able to move the chains again for the Colonels and give them a fresh set of downs. We got 4 opportunities to get into this end zone here. I believe we're on all 3 timeouts as well, so this is an awesome opportunity for Coach Nestor and company.
First and goal from the 4. Davis looking to pass, has Kimball open, and it's caught for the touchdown. Big Blue extends the lead 34-0 with 30 seconds to play in the first half.
And the all-important 35th point, PAT on the way. I tell you, Watson, I don't know if you were watching that play develop there, but I thought that Davis almost left that ball a little too low there.
Yeah.
It looked like it was about to be a pick six, 100-yard return. North Delta defensive back there almost stepped in front of that pass there. Fortunately for the Colonels, he was a little too late, and Kimball able to bring that ball down for a touchdown.
9 plays, 50 yards on the drive. William Barrier is on for the extra point. Snaps back, kick is up, and it is good. Vehicles are safe this time. He got a foot under that one. 35-0 with 30 seconds to play in the second quarter. We talked about these 2 teams coming in, both undefeated, both at 5-0. Would the Green Wave be for real? They haven't really played that tough of a schedule, and so far it's been all Indianola Academy.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Indianola, likewise, on the other hand, has played an extremely tough schedule. And that's just gotten their game time experience. Getting some reps in there. The first 4 weeks were very tough. And Indianola Academy able to capitalize on them and stay focused there and come out unscathed, uninjured. And also what I like as well, the Colonel's getting a lot of depth, game time experience there. On that last series on defense, Coach Nestor wasn't scared to put in some of his second-team players here as he's wanting to call on those guys in years to come, thinking about the future already, and that's what you like about Coach Nestor. He's always getting those young men ready.
Barriers kickoff taken by Manuez. That's the 7. Turns it up the right side. It's actually Harris Cole on the return. Alex Tannehill getting downfield to make the stop. Also, Day Willis, I believe, got in there.
I believe you've told me before, but we cannot. We're going to have a running clock in the second half, but it cannot start running until the second half. Is that correct?
That is my understanding, yes. So
it's stopped right now. So that's, yep.
Unless the Green Wave score here and get the margin back under 35, they'll have start this drive first and 10 at their own 23. 21 seconds left to play in the first half. But all Colonels, they lead at 35-0. Cavazier hands it off, nowhere to go. Wesley Lester coming up to make the stop. Clint Jones in there as well. Look out. Just break a leg on your stool?
Not sure there. I'd like to see those Colonels getting in there, getting scrappy. The 12 gauge checking in and getting after the ball there, bringing